We'll start with contract costing in this class. See here. A approaches B to construct the house property. So A approaches B for construction of house property, and B also commits to construct this. And for that, the estimated amount being contract price. Probably 10 lakhs. Assume that the contract started on 1/7/2025. So B is the contractor who is going to construct this house property for A. So B is called as contractor. Construction is done for A, no, he is called as contractee. The price at which the construction can get completed by B is 10 lakhs, which is called contract price. Once these two mutually accepted, automatically construction will start, and the contractor will be the responsible person for finishing this, and we are going to account for contractor, not for the contractee. Now I am going to prepare what is the profit and loss for the contractor. So 1/7/2025 to 31st December 2025, contractor incurs material, labor, other expenses, overhead and all. Okay, maybe 3 lakhs, 2 lakhs, 1 lakh. As per the contract, how much they have spent. 6 lakhs they have spent, is called cost of completion. Okay, cost of completion. Okay, and contractor will get the compensation money part by part. There will be a common person called architect. He will come and value the scope of job completed, and he certifies currently almost 7 lakhs rupees worth the job is completed. This is the certification given by whom? By the architect. Certification, work certified. Okay, and this 7 lakhs is called value of work certification. This 6 lakhs is called cost of work certification. Value of work certification and cost of work certification. Usually the difference between these two will be the estimated profit, otherwise named as notional profit, but it's not real profit, because balance work to be carried over in subsequent month. If there is any huge loss happens, then contractor will lose that entire profit earned. So that's why this 1 lakh is called as notional profit. Showing this value certification to the contractee, okay, gets a payment here. Is that clear? So after showing that the value of certification being 7 lakhs, contractee will now release the payment. Each and every stage value is certified by the architect, and it will be the evidence to the contractee, and based on that, contractee will release. Probably not full amount. Cash paid may be a portion of money, around 80% or 90%. If I take 90%, 6.3 lakhs may be paid, not full value. Balance 70,000, is called as retention money. This retention money will be payable only after a later age, once the contract is satisfied with the construction. If it is completely certified, completely over, and keys are also handed over by the contractor to contractee, then automatically what happens? Certification is done. Then this entire money will be released. Until that period, it is going to be retained. For the contractor, we have to prepare the accounts for which period? 25-26. For the financial year 25-26. He has to prepare the P&L account. You know that P&L account here named as contract account. Contract account is nothing but P&L account. Contract account is nothing but P&L account. Debit all the expenses, credit the income estimated. It's not properly assured one. As he prepares the accounts only as on 31st March 2026, but certification is released to this extent. After that also he incurred some expenses 2026 to 31st March 2026. In this period he spent around 0.5, 0.3, 0.2 for these expenses, overall 1 lakh. This 1 lakh is called as cost of work uncertified, because while you invite the certification purpose, the architect, if you are inviting the architect to get the certification, what happens here? Always there's a trouble. Always there's a trouble. All the architect means contractor are interested to value the job completed as on 31st March, which is not practically possible. He says, I will come 1 week later or 2 months later. So from this date to this date, we spent but we didn't get the certification. Then what we can do, sir? This will be considered as work uncertified one. This is considered as value of work certification. Now, as on the year end, 31st March 2026, he has to debit all the expenses incurred for the period. How much he spent for this period? 3 plus 0.5, 3.5 lakhs. How much is the direct labor? 2 plus 0.3, 2.3 lakhs. And overhead being 1 plus 0.2, 1.2 lakhs. So much money we have spent for. And what is my worth on this? My worth on this is nothing but work in progress, semi-processed form. I am having the right over that to claim the money once the key is handed over. Here, you have to write the value of work certification first of all. How much is that? 7 lakhs. This is value. This is value. And what about the next one? Work and certification. For that, I am not aware about what could be the work completed as per the certification, because certification is not done. So I'll take the cost of work certificate, work and certification, which is 1 lakh. Now, if I tally this, then I'll get notional profit here, 8 lakhs, 8 lakhs. And 1 lakh will be the notional profit. It's not net profit, notional profit. Hope you'll be now able to understand this one. Clear? So from this, it is very clear that notional profit is nothing but the difference between cost of work certification as well as value of work certification only. This another 1 lakh remains as it is. This 1 lakh is equal to this block. That remains as it is. Cost of work and certification as well as cost incurred in the debit side will be matching. The profit is only due to the certification, value of certification. Value of certification and cost of certification. If you are finding the difference, that is called notional profit. That entire notional profit is not the profit to be considered for the purpose. Only a portion. Okay. For that, we have some formula here. Okay. Two set of formula there. So first formula being, if the completion stage, contract completion stage is less than or equal to 25%, nil will be taken. Nil. If it is anywhere between 25 to 50, okay, 25 to 50, okay, 25% to 50%, and 50% to nearing to completion, probably 80% or 90% like. In this case, notional profit into 1/3 will be taken into cash received by work certification. Cash received by work certification. So the cash received being 80%. 6.3 received instead of 7 lakhs of certification, it means 90%, right? Sometimes it may be 90%, sometimes it may be 80%, whatever it may be, that percentage directly can be used. If the percentage is missing, 6.3 divided by 7 lakhs, you can post here. In case if the completion stage is more than 50 but closer to estimate the remaining shifted to that's all. This will be called as your profit. Balance item will be work in progress reserve. In the subsequent period, if I am facing any other losses while constructing the remaining portion, then I can adjust this from here. That's why always we keep some reserve here, some reserve here. So you have to understand to prepare the contract account. You need to know how to find out the profit share out of the notional profit for this year. And third one is all about contractee account. What about this? Contractee paid 6.3 lakhs, the journal entry being bank account debit to contractee. Naturally, I post this here, bank account, 6.3 lakhs. So these are the three main ledgers you have to prepare. Even sometimes you are asked to prepare the balance sheet also. An extract, complete balance sheet is not so, only balance sheet extract. Contract is a form of job costing. In fact, a bigger job is referred to as a contract. Civil contracts, building, dam, etc. Notional profit is the equivalent to value of work certification, cost of work certification. Value of work certified by whom? Architect or surveyor, which includes profit and loss. Only you can find out the profit and loss. Cost of work certification, cost portion of the value work certification. Work and certification usually cost for the pending work to be completed. We have spent the money but pending for certification. Estimated profit, we'll see that later on. Retention money, the work certification minus cash paid. I get certification for 100 lakhs but I get the cash only for 70 lakhs. The difference between these two will be called retention money. The retention money is payable after ensuring fulfillment of the contractor's commitment finally. We'll see the estimated profit later on. Okay, hope you'll be now able to understand. Three types of contracts we have. One is fixed price contract, another one is cost price contract, third one is a contract with escalation clause. Predominantly we'll cover fixed price contract only. Sometimes we may expect the question from contract with escalation clause. Fixed price contract is nothing but the contractor will give an estimation to complete the contract, and that estimation is means fixed. It will not be varying, within which he has to complete the job. Cost price contract is cost plus contract. You can change this, cost plus contract. Whatever the cost incurred for constructing, for purchasing the material, payment to the mason and other workers, okay, tiles and electrical items, whatever the things you purchase for construction, pay this money. As I am being the engineer, with my expertise, I am supporting you to do this business now. Pay me 10% over the cost. That is called cost plus contract. Cost plus contract. Clear? And contract with escalation clause, we'll discuss later on anyhow. For the price hike due to the inflation may be offered as an additional payment to the contractor by the contractor is called contract with the escalation clause. Predominantly, we face this kinds of question, fixed price contract. Sometimes we may get contract with escalation clause also. The cost plus contract is only a theory question. We won't get the questions in your examination. So, two methods are there. First method is this one. Stage of completion is anywhere between 0 to 25% of the work certification. Okay. See, in this illustration, contract price is 10 lakhs and 7 lakhs is completed, means 70% is over. So, anywhere between this range, right? So, notional profit into 2/3 into cash received. Notional profit being 1 lakh into 2/3 into cash received by work certification being 90%. That's how we can calculate the profit to be transferable to the P&L account. Balance will be work in progress reserve. Right. This I will explain later on. This one as well as this one we'll see along with one more illustrations. Okay. Estimated profit as well as this one. Clear? So all the concepts are over. Very simple topic. We'll finish up just like that. Some advanced sums also incorporated in Singar Academy's text. I will explain that also in detail. Right. So three types of problems we are going to see. One is a concept problem like simple multiple years, multiple contracts, and the contract nearing to completion, contract with escalation clause. These are the three types of questions I am going to cover here. Yes, come on, tell me. Prepare contract account, make it faster. You can open the predominant ledgers and you can solve this easily. What you have to do? Now, contract account and contractee account and balance sheet extract if it's needed. Right. Contract price being 5 lakhs. Keep there it is. Machinery 30. Material 1,70,600 should be debited here. Direct material 1,70,600 and wages 1,48,750 direct wages. Direct expenses 6,330. Only a P&L account like outstanding wages should be addable with the outstanding wages. Value being 5,380. Okay. Now, uncertified work. So, what the contractor owned here? Work certification and work uncertification. In case of work certification, you take the value. In case of work uncertification, you take the cost. So, work certification, work uncertification being 9,000. Overheads 8,240. Materials returned. Materials returned. The value being 1,600. Materials at the year end. Machinery year end. Year beginning 30, year end 22. 8,000 maybe the depreciation can be debited, right? So to identify what is the amount of machinery used, we need to know the initial value and closing value. So the difference between these two will be transferable, 30 and 22. You can debit 8,000 rupees as depreciation for the machinery, or machinery opening value can be posted here, value being 30. Machinery closing value can be posted here. This approach also be accepted only in this case, 22,000. Is that clear? And material in hand at the end, material at site. Okay, from the site it is removed to the godown. Another one is it is remaining in the site, construction site itself. The material available in the site being 3,700. Value of work certification being 3 lakhs 90 and cash receipt 3 lakhs 51,000. So bank account debit to contractee account 3 lakhs 51,000. By tallying this, you will get the notional profit here. I think the total being 4 lakhs 26 300. 4 lakhs 26 300. Here the notional profit being 57,000. So notional profit here being 57,000. But entire notional profit will not be transferable to the P&L account. Now, how do I calculate? Amount transferable to the P&L account. Balance will be called as work in progress reserve. 57,000. And amount transferable to the P&L account being how much? Notional profit into 1/3 or 2/3 or 0. Now, value of work certification 390, contract price is 5 lakhs. So, work certification percentage here is equal to 390 by 500, 78%. So, it is more than 50%, then 2/3 of this will be taken into cash receipt by work certification will be the value. Notional profit 57,000 into 2/3 by 2/3 into cash receipt being 3,51,000 divided by work certification being 390. The final value transferable to the P&L account here being 34,200. Balance will be reserve. The reserve in this case being 22,800. Hope you'll be now able to understand this one. We will move on to the next illustration, question number 2. This one is also to make you understand the concept. A contract may be completed not in 1 year, it may take at least 2 or 3 years. To make you understand how 1 year's information is incorporated in the next year, this illustration is a beautiful one. One contract runs through for multiple years. Mr. Bhagavan Das undertook a contract for rupees 15 lakhs on an arrangement that 80% of the value of the work done as certified by the architect of the contractee should be paid immediately and the remaining 20% be retained until the contract was completed. So 80% will be payment. Contract price is this much. Okay. So 80%, 20% is retained earnings means retention money means cash paid should be 80%. Prepare all the relevant account. Prepare all the relevant account. Let's now start with the first case here. Yes. We start with what? Contract account. Contract account. In the books of Bhagavan Das, contract account. Year 1. And contractee account. And then balance sheet extract. And then balance sheet extract. Contractee account. And balance sheet extract. Balance sheet extract. Complete balance sheet will not prepare. So year 1 direct material 180. 180. I put the value in thousands. 180. Direct wages 170. Carriage 6. Cartage 1000. Sundry expenses 3000. And work certification, work in progress, under that work certification, work and certification 360 dash. Bank, how much cash is received? In that work certification, 80% is received. 80%. 2,88,000. 2,88,000. First year posting is over. Now we will close tallying this 2,88,000. 288. Tally this. So it got tallied. We don't have any notional profit here. What about the balance sheet extract, sir? In balance sheet extract, work in progress related, the contract related work in progress will be prepared. Profit and loss will also be shown. We don't have any profit and loss here. And we are now owning what? Work certification 360. Work and certification dash, and we have received this money. No, now we are responsible. It's a liability. Liability can be posted the other side as contractee, or you can subtract from here. Both the way you can show contractee. So you collected 288, but you are eligible for collecting 360. The difference between these two is the amount you supposed to be recoverable later on. But in this first year, you don't recognize even single penny as your profit. As your profit. Clear? First year over. I am going to proceed for the next year. And move on to the next year. Okay. Next year. So year 2, contract account, contractee account, balance sheet extract, balance sheet extract. We don't prepare the complete balance sheet. Direct material 220, direct wages 230, carriage 23, cartage 2000, sundry expenses 4000, work in progress under that work certification 3/4. The contract price being 15 lakhs, 3/4 of this is completed, 11 lakhs 25,000. Work and certification 20,000 rupees. 20,000 rupees. Now find out the notional profit here. Do you get the notional profit or not? 3 lakhs 6,000 will be your notional profit. 11 lakhs 45. 11 lakhs 45. Notional profit in this case being 306. 306. Here notional profit 306. How I am going to segregate this one now? Transferable to the P&L account and considering a part being work in progress reserve. Okay. Now, notional profit into 2/3 because percentage of completion is more than 50 into cash received by work certification will be taken. Notional profit 306, 2/3 into cash received 80% only on the work certification. Find out the ultimate value. 1,63,200. 1,63,200. Balance being 142.8 thousand. Clear? In contract account, so I made a mistake. So I have not incorporated. Listen, this contract account will be transferable here. Balance brought down 288. Work certification should be posted here. 360. Opening work in progress and closing work in progress should be posted. The item related to the work in progress, this contract given in the balance sheet should be incorporated in the very beginning. Hope now you'll be able to get this value. How did you get 306 without posting this value? You posted. Good. So then this value being 306, 306. Now, how much cash you are going to recover in this year? 1125 is the work certification as on today. 360 is the opening work certification. For the opening work certification, we already got the money. And the additional work certification from this one to this one, the difference between 1125, 360 on that 80% will be recoverable. Or for the 1125, 80% what you calculated, that is the closing balance. 1125 into 80%, how much is that? 9 lakhs. And 9 lakhs is the overall cash received as on the today's date certification. But 360 got certification the previous year itself. For that money already we received. The work certification in this period, for that we might have received how much? 612. Otherwise, find out the difference. 1125 minus 360 into 80%, 900. How will you show in the balance sheet? In the P&L account, you can add this 142.8. This contractor may do multiple projects. All the profits from the different projects will be now added here. Along with his own existing profit, you'll show it separately. And work in progress, so in case of work in progress, work certification being 1125, work and certification being 20, minus reserve on this being 163.2. That's how you can subtract and show the net value for the work certificate, work in progress. And amount collected from the contractee, for that we are responsible, as it is being the liabilities. I have to post that value here 900. This reserve, rather than subtracting here, it can be posted the other side also, no problem here. Hope you'll be now able to understand this component. Second here. Now we'll move on to the last year. Last year completely over. I want only this detail. Completely over, so I need only this image. See, in the last year 3, contract account. Contract account. Direct material. Beforehand, we have to finish up this one first of all. What is that? Contractee account. Contractee account. By balance brought down. Balance brought down. The value being 900. Work in progress opening. Work certification 1125. Work and certification 20. Work in progress reserve. Work in progress reserve 163.2. 163.2. $163 only, no. Wait. Then it should be in other way, right? Isn't it? Yeah. Correct only, no? Work in progress reserve 142,800, correct only, no? Okay, then no issues. 142.8. So here I had to make the correction. While posting, I made a mistake. Okay. Profit and loss amount transferable to the profit and loss being 163.2. This will be 142.8. Right. Now what more? We have the direct material 126, direct wages 170, carriage 6, sundry expenses 3, and the contract is completed. Contract is completed. As the contract is completed, on tallying this, what about the work certification? Full value. The full value being 1500 thousands. The final value here being 1642.8. 1642.8 All the profit will be transferable to the P&L account only. We don't have to create any reserve here. 192.8. In your balance sheet, whatever the opening balance you have with that current year profit 192.8 is added. This work certification hereafter handed over to the contractee. So I name this being the contractee account. Here, contract account. So finally, we hand over the key to the contractee and we collected full amount. The difference 600 is collected at finally balance bank 1500. So we don't have any responsibility hereafter. Ultimately, we gained 192.8 in the last year. In the earlier year, 163.2. This is what about the ultimate gain for us. Clear? Now we'll move on to the next one. Modern Construction Limited obtained a contract number B37 for 40 lakhs. Contract price is 40 lakhs. And we have been given work in progress in the year beginning and year end. What does it mean? We are in the middle of the project. Middle of the project. Year beginning work in progress and year end work in progress. Additional information is given here. These are the additional information. Okay. Now, the contractee pays 80% of the work certification in cash. So, cash paid is equal to 80% of work certification. So, we'll try to solve this illustration now. Now, contract account. and contractee account. Contractee account and then balance sheet. So contractee account and balance sheet extract here. So we start with work in progress opening. Under that we have work certification, work uncertification, work in progress reserve in the beginning, and work in progress closing, work certification and work uncertification. Rest of things very easy. Okay. Here work certification being 9 lakhs 40 in the beginning, work uncertification being 11,200, materials at site in the beginning. Okay, in the beginning, material at site. Already it is available in the site. We continue to use the same in this year. Accrued wages, previous year outstanding will be now adjusted here, subtracted from the current year. Current year outstanding will be added, previous year outstanding should be subtracted, so I'll keep it pending. Materials issued from stores. Materials from stores. Value being 4 lakhs. Materials directly purchased. See, you just imagine this is contractor, Modern Construction Limited. This is the construction site. This is the construction site. For the construction site, they need to get material. The Modern Construction Limited will have their own godown also. The material may be supplied from the godown to here. If the material is not available in his own godown, may be purchased from outside. And later on, the material is not required, could be returned to godown of the contractor or may be returned to the supplier. Year end, there may be some stocks available, unused, unreturned to the godown or supplier, available at site. So next year, we start use from here only. So all the three items you have to imagine yourself. So usually the contractor will have his own godown. Okay, whenever there is surplus material purchased for any construction, returning will be lost. So he will monetize using that. So you can simply transfer to his own godown, right? So that may also be happening. So materials from stores, materials purchased directly, and wages paid. In case of wages, the wages paid being 600, add outstanding of the current year minus outstanding of the previous year. This is accrued wages of the previous year, should be subtracted. This is the outstanding of the current year, can be added. 603 minus 5, 5 lakhs 98,000. 5 lakhs 98,000 rupees. Is that clear? Then architect fee being 51,000, and plant hire charges value being 30,000. And indirect expenses also we have. Indirect expenses being 10,000. And share of general overheads 18,000 rupees. There may be common expenses. From that amount is rated for this is transferred here. So general expenses, apportioned value. Materials returned to store. Materials returned where? To stores. Value being 25,000. Materials returned to supplier. Value being 15,000. Fines and penalties paid. Fines and penalties, if it is violation due to contractor's misadministration, then it should be debited to his own personal P&L account, not recoverable from the customer. Is that okay? But if the fault is due to contract is request, he says you take care of, I will be responsible for any negative impact is there. So in that case, it can be debited here. So we assume that fine and penalty will not be debited to the contractor. Clear? Now, work certification, closing being 30 lakhs. That will be coming under balance sheet extract also, work certification 30 lakhs. And work uncertification 32,000. Materials at site in the year end. At site. Year end being 20,000 rupees. Materials at site 20,000 rupees. Okay. So materials returned to store is now available in the store. The value being 25,000. Available in site will also be posted here. That's also our own asset. We can show this here. 15,000. So any material returned to supplier will not be shown in our balance sheet. Returned to store may be included in the materials of the stores already exist. And if it is being in the site, also we are being the owner for that, it should also be shown here. Now here we have accrued wages 3,000 should be posted here, outstanding wages. Liability side 3,000 rupees. Now come on, finish up tearing this to get the notional profit here. We don't have opening work in progress reserve, so the value being 30 lakhs 97,000. 30 lakhs 97,000. Now here being notional profit 8,55,800. Here notional profit 8,55,800. Transfer to the P&L account and balance will be the work in progress reserve. So the amount transferable to the P&L account here being, what's the level of completion? 40 lakhs is the project value, but 30 lakhs is completed, more than 50%. Notional profit into 2/3 into cash received by work certification will be the amount transferable to the P&L account. Notional profit being 8,55,800 into 2/3 into cash received by work certification being 80%. So this value being 4,56,427 will be transferable to the P&L account of the contractor. Add this value 4,56,427. Balance will be the work in progress reserve. Balance being the work in progress reserve here. 3,99,373. So work in progress reserve 3,99,373 can be subtracted from here also, no problem. But in case of contract account, by opening balance, balance brought down and balance carried down, cash received in this year, bank. What could be the contractee's balance in the beginning? Work certification in the beginning being 940 in the previous year. On that, 80% could have been received in the previous itself. That will be the opening balance, 7,52,000 rupees. By this year end, 30 lakhs is the work certification. On that, 80% is 24 lakhs could have been collected. The difference between these two, the amount recovered in this year, 16 lakhs 48,000. 16 lakhs 48,000. Clear? Come on, make note of it. Okay. Material directly purchased 1 lakh 50. Forgot to post this. Okay. Now, question number 4. In this one, I am going to introduce the estimated profit concept. Complete the conservative estimate of profit on a contract which has been 80% complete. Right. So in this case, if you prepare the what? Contract account, this looks like this. Okay. Contract. Expenditure to date 1,70,000. Estimated further expenditure to complete the contract 34,000. It's an estimation. Contract price 3,06,000. Work certificate certified and work not certified also given. Work in progress. Under that, work certification, work uncertification. 2,17,000. And cash received also be given. If you tally, what do you get? You'll get notional profit 47,000. Contract price 3,06,000. Cash received being 1,63,200. Now, if the contract supposed to be completed, and also you are able to estimate what is the further cost you have to incur to finish off completely, then you have to calculate not notional profit, estimated profit. How to calculate the estimated profit? Contract price. This is how you can calculate. You assume that entire contract is completed. If the entire contract is completed, definitely you will get how much? 3,06,000. What is the total cost for completing this project? Already we spent 170. Further, another 20% job is to be done. For that, another 34,000 rupees to be spent. So, total cost. In this, cost to date, 1,70,000. Further cost to complete, value being 34,000. 2,04,000 will be the total cost we estimate to finish off this. Naturally, we estimate around 1,02,000 rupees as our profit. This is called estimated profit. Estimated profit. Is that clear? If we know estimated profit, how can we calculate the amount transferable from this estimated profit to P&L account? From the notional profit, a portion is transferable. From the estimated profit also, only a portion is transferred to the P&L account. Balance will be work in progress reserve like. In case if you use the notional profit, what is the formula? Notional profit into here 2 lakhs contract prices. This one more than 50% is already completed, so 2/3 into cash received by work certification will be taken. So notional profit 47,000 into 2/3, cash received being 1,63,200 divided by work certification being 2 lakhs. What is the final value you are getting? 25,067. 67 only. No? 25, 20?
25,536.
What's the work certification? Okay then. Tell me, 25,000? 568. Okay. I have corrected that in the text. Okay. Okay then. Now I am going to calculate based on the estimated profit basis. In case of estimated profit basis, estimated profit into work certified divided by contract price. Third, fourth, estimated price profit into cost to date divided by total cost. Fifth, very easily you can remember this formula. Very easily you can remember. What about the work certification? Cost plus profit. In denominator, contract price should always be inclusive of profit. So numerator also the value is posted at the profit, denominator also at the profit. Here cost to date means this one 170. It doesn't include the profit. Total cost means this one. This doesn't include the profit. So one is inclusive of profit, another one is exclusive of profit. That's how you can very easily remember these two formulae. Still we have two more formulae, which is nothing but to the extent of cash. To the extent of cash will be taken, cash receipt. Come on, guess the formula. Yes. Guess the formula. Estimated profit multiplied by work certification divided by contract price into cash receipt by work certification. Here estimated profit into cost to date divided by total cost into cash received by work certification. Clear? Are you able to understand? Easily you can remember this formula if you are able to recollect this way. So in case contract nearing to complete, that means anywhere between 90 to 100 or any one of the, in this case any one of the formula can be used. Estimated profit into work certified by contract price, where it includes profit, or cost to date divided by estimated cost, where the profit is not included. 1, 2. Apart from that, what happens? A variation of this cash receipt to the extent of work certification, variation of this cash receipt by work certification, or the general process notional profit model also be followed. Currently, we never follow these models at all, but anyhow, in CMA books, all these things are also given. Okay. Yeah, come on, calculate this. Estimated profit here being 1,02,000, work certification 2 lakhs, and contract price being 3,06,000. 66,667. In this case, from that value, cash received 1,63,200 divided by work certification 2 lakhs. The final value being 54,400. Am I right? 54,400. Here estimated profit in this case being 1,02,000, cost to date being 1,70,000 rupees, estimated total cost being 2,04,000, and now the value being 85,000. Another one is to the extent of cash receipt will be taken. So into 85,000 into cash receipt being 1,63,200 divided by work certification being 2 lakhs. This final value being 69,360. 69,360. Clear? Now we'll move on to the next one. The last content, with that all the concepts are over, then we'll move on to the some advanced problems. So we have completed this one. Contract nearing to completion also completed. Even this one also over. Estimated profit. Contract price minus cost to date minus further estimated cost for production also be subtracted. The last aspect to be covered here is contract with escalation clause. Contract with escalation clause. Give your book. One second. So I'm now dealing with escalation clause, the last one. Contract with escalation clause. See, the quotation given or estimation given by the contractor being for the material, it requires 1000 kgs and per kg being 100, so overall cost being 1 lakh. But on verification, the actual cost being rupees per kg, rupees 105, 1,05,000 is the cost we actually incurred. Now the contractor demands, sir, 100 becomes 105, 5 rupees additional happen only due to the price fluctuation. I completed the job within 1000 kgs only as per the specification, but price is not in my control. If there is a change in the price due to the inflation, you have to bear this. So now your contract price changes. You have to increase the contract price by 5,000 rupees. In your contract account, you have to add that escalation clause benefit also. What happens if 1000 kg, 93 rupees, sorry, 100 rupees will be the estimation, 1 lakh, but actual being 1000 kgs, 93 will be the actual cost to be paid for every unit, so 93,000. Is there any change in contract price? Of course. 7 rupees cheaper. If the price increases, we demand from the contractor. If the price decreases, we now ask him to return this money. 7 rupees per kg for 1000 kg, 7,000 rupees you can ask him to reduce. Ask him to reduce. Is that clear? Now, material being 1000 kgs, 100, 1 lakh is the budget. The actual one being 1005 kgs, value being 105. What is the final value? Come on. 1,09,000. 5,525. Now the question is, we estimated 1 lakh. Now the thing happened is 1,05,525. Can he demand additional value by this much? No, cannot be, because only due to the change in price will be the matter. Due to the change in consumption, the contractor will not make the payment. It's your estimation. How will you make the mistake? It's your fault. Okay. So he will be willing to pay only for the price change. If you are preparing a cup of coffee, you need 100 ml milk, 1 spoon sugar, and 1 spoon coffee, right? This will not be changing, right? This proportion will not change. Only the price may be changing. If you say, sir, 100 ml becomes 150 ml at this time, so pay me extra, then you will just put the question, how it happened? Sir, I overboiled, sir. Lots of milk lost because of the evaporation. That's your fault. So quantity change will not be compensated here. Only price changes. So actual price minus budgeted price into budgeted quantity. This much you can get the benefit. Actual price being 105, budgeted price is 100. So you paid 5 rupees extra for the budgeted quantity 1000. Only 5000 rupees can be given as escalation clause benefit in the credit side of the contract account. It can be posted. Quantity change will not be impacted. Quantity change will not be impacted. This is a basic illustration. But anyhow, this question number 5 is one of the interesting illustrations. Okay, fifth one is one of the interesting illustrations because the escalation clause and the impact in the payment given as a working note here. So you have to be in a statement, like you have to understand that statement properly to break this question. Dlex Limited undertook a contract for rupees 5 lakhs, contract price being 5 lakhs. On 30th June 2022, when the accounts were closed, the following details about the contract were gathered. So these are the information gathered. Now, the above contract contained an escalation clause which read as follows. You need to prepare the contract account. So this escalation clause is most interesting concept here. I may finish up at the last. Okay. So rest will be very easy. We'll finish up the rest of the things first of all. Yes, come on. Contract account. Materials purchased 1 lakh and materials on hand 25,000 at the end. Wages paid 45,000. General expenses 10,000. Plant purchased. We have the depreciation, so we can post the depreciation directly 5,000. Or in the beginning, you post that as 50. In the credit side, you can post the net of the value 45,000. Materials on hand, value being 25,000. Wages accrued outstanding 5,000. Work certification 2 lakhs. Cash received should be posted in the contractee account. Bank 1,50,000. Work and certification 15,000. Clear. Now you have to incorporate the escalation clause. In the event of prices of materials and rates of wages increases by more than 5%, The contract price would be increased accordingly by 25% of the rise in the cost of material and wages beyond 5% in each case. This statement should be first interpreted. Okay, let's see. If the budget being 100, then actual being 105, what about the amount you can claim for the escalation? 0. When the actual is beyond 105% of the budget, then you can claim. Okay. In the event prices of materials and rates of wages increase by more than 5%, the contract price would be increased accordingly by 25% of the rise in the cost of material and wages beyond 5% in each cases. So, applicable for escalation clause being nothing. And if the budget is 100, actual being 150, how much is eligible for 100 and escalation clause? From 100 to up to 105 will not be eligible. Beyond 105, eligible for escalation clause. How much is that? 45. If there is a change of rupees, only 5 rupees, don't ask for the escalation clause. Very insignificant value, so don't ask me. If the price is beyond 5%, if that happens, any value in excess of 5% rise, on that escalation clause benefit will be given only 25%. This is applicability, this is benefit given. How much? Only 25%. Only 25%. What's that value? 25% on this? 11.25 you will get. Clear? The actual is less than or equal to 105, you don't get anything. If it is beyond 105, automatically any number beyond 105 will be eligible for escalation clause. In that number, only 25% will be given to you as escalation clause benefit. That's the statement here. It was found that since the date of signing the agreement, the prices of materials and wages rates increased by 25%. Now what happens? Budget being 100, actual being 125, 25% increased. How much escalation clause applicable here? Beyond 105%. 100 into 5, add 5%, 105. 105 and beyond, if anything happens, that will be applicable for the escalation clause. Escalation clause benefit payable being how much? In that, only 25% is payable. 5 rupees will be payable. This will be applicable for what? Material as well as wages, for both. Okay. Now, one more point to be noted here. What is the material cost? What is the material cost? 1 lakh, in hand 25,000. Then how much material is used here? 75,000. What is that 75,000? It's actual or budget? Actual or budget? Actual. The actual only we posted in the contract account. So, it is not budget. It is actual one after 125% value. Similarly, in the case of wages, 45 plus 5, 50,000 is the actual one. Then what about the budget? You can do the cross multiplication. You tempted to post that 75,000 as budget. No. The amount actually spent is posted in the contract account. Means 125% of the estimation. Then what about the budget here? Do the cross multiplication. You will get 15,000, I think so. 15,000. 60,000 rupees. How much is eligible for escalation clause? 20 into 75 divided by 125. How much is that? 12,000. 12,000. In that, how much you can encashable? 25% is 3,000 rupees. Repeat the same for the wages. 40,000. Do the cross multiplication. I think 8,000 rupees. In that 25 percentage 2,000. You add up these two. 5,000 will be benefit for escalation clause. So I'll put that value here. Escalation clause being 5,000. That's all. That's all. Now we can tally this. 2 lakhs 45,000 after the escalation clause. Balance will be the notional profit, 80,000 rupees. Here, notional profit, 80,000 rupees. In that, how much you transfer to the P&L account, how much will be kept in work in progress reserve account. So, notional profit into work certification being 2 lakhs. What is the contract price? 5 lakhs. So anywhere between 25 to 50%, more than 25%, less than 50%. Then only 1/3 of notional profit will be taken into cash received by work certification. Notional profit 80,000 rupees into 1/3. Work certification being 2 lakhs. What about the cash received? So 1,50,000 rupees. Yeah, final value being 20,000 rupees. Balance will be your work in progress reserve. Clear? That's all. So in advanced problems, now question number 6 you can try it yourself. Very rare to expect in your examination because you have to prepare the contract account for 4 contracts. Very rare. Okay. As it consumes time, it is not possible to ask in the examination. Yes, you can go and refer the videos for this. Now let's directly go for the illustration number 7 and 8. That 7 and 8 and this fifth illustration, very often we can expect in the examination. Especially the 8th one also asked in the last exams. Okay. So you have to be double cautious with these two. Let's start with question number 7. Batram Limited, a contractor, commences the contract number HB108 on 1st July 2021. The details about the contract for the year ending 31st March 22 were following. Contract price and everything is given. Right. These are the details. Newly started business. Apart from that, we have been given additional information here. Right. Now, prepare contract number HB108 account and how much profit is transferable to the P&L account. These two are going to be calculated here. Yeah, contract account. Contract price being 30 lakhs. Metal issued 8 lakhs. Metals transferred from contract number 101 to here also be added here. From transfer from 101 50,000 rupees. Wages paid 6,31,000, and there is outstanding 35,000 should be addable with this. Supervisor salary 1,80,000. Establishment expenses 41,000. Plant issued, we have to take only the depreciation. Okay, so I'll put the value here. Depreciation for plant value being 10 lakhs. When the project commenced, 1st July 21. Material costing 15,000 was sold for rupees 11,000. There is an abnormal loss on sale of material. So material sold. What is the value you are going to write? 20,000 rupees. So 15,000 rupees. Is that okay? 11,000 is the collection value. 4,000 is the abnormal loss, cannot be debited here. Should be debited to the costing paid. Should be debited to costing paid. Okay. Plant costing 80,000 returned to store on 30th December 2021. So here 80,000 worth plant transferred to godown on which date? 31st December 21. A crane costing 2 lakhs has been on contract site for 73 days. So we have the crane also. This crane is used for 73 days. Its working life is estimated at 6 years and its scrap value being 1,10,000. So crane value being 20 lakhs minus scrap value being 1.1 lakh divided by 6 is the depreciation per year. In that 73 days means 73 divided by 365 will be calculated here. What is the value? Is it 63,000? Correct? 63,000. 63,000 will be the depreciation for the crane. Right. Depreciation plant is charged at the rate of 15% per annum. Now the year end being 31st March. 31st March 22 will be the year end. Out of the 10 lakhs rupees worth the plan, 9.2 lakhs worth the plan remains with us so many days. Another 0.8 remains with us only from project starting date 1/7/21 to that calendar year end date only. Now you have to calculate the depreciation for 9.2 lakhs at the rate of 15% for how many months? 9 months. How much is that? Hmm? One lakh 3,005. Apart from that, another part of assets 0.8,000 for that depreciation rate being 15%, but is with us only for half year, 6 months, 6,000. Then overall depreciation for this plant being 1,09,500. 1,09,500. Okay. On 31st March 22, 3/4 of the contract was completed, but architect certificate has been issued covering 2/3 of the work contract price. So work in progress. Under that, work certification, work and certification. Is that okay? Work certification is for how many What's the value of work is certified? 2/3. 15 lakhs is the contract price, and on that 2/3 is how much is that? Oh, 15,000, 15 lakhs is the cash receipt. 15 lakhs is the cash receipt. Cash receipt being 15 lakhs. Contract value being 30 lakhs. 2/3 is completed. 2/3 means 20 lakhs work certification is achieved. Now, what is a work uncertification? That is not available. Actually, cost for work certification and work uncertification. Work and certification is for 3/4 of the contract. 3/4 of the contract. But value of work certification being only 2/3. Only 2/3. This is the only clue to break this question. One of the beautiful illustration. One of the beautiful illustrations. Is that okay? Now, notional profit. Notional profit. Now, what is the cost to date? What is the cost to date? The summary of this will be the cost. Yes, tell me. What is the cost to date? Cost for 3/4 of the completion stage. Make it faster. How much is that? 8 lakhs 50, 631, 35, 180, 41, 1 lakh 9,500, 63 minus 15. Make it faster. Make it faster. Is it 18 lakhs? 18 lakhs 94,500. This is what about the cost for this date. Now, in that, only 2/3 is certification. 2/3 is certification. Find out the cost for certification. 2/3. Balance will be cost for work uncertified. 3/4 certification, not certification. 3/4 completed. For the 3/4 completion, we spent 18 lakhs 94,500. Then what about the cost for 2/3? You can do the cross multiplication. 18 lakhs 94,500 is for 3/4, or 4/3 is nothing but full value. In that 2/3 will be calculated. $16 lakhs 84,000. Now, if I subtract this, this will be what? Cost of work and certification. 2 lakhs. Clear? 3/4. As on today, the overall cost spent is for 3/4 completion stage. But where I need to find out the cost for the work certification, which is equal to 2/3. Balance 1/3 will be considered as work and certification. So here this value being 2 lakhs 10,500. Now you tally this, you will get the notional profit here being 3 lakhs 16,000. 22 lakhs 55,500. 22 lakhs 55,500. Now amount transferable to the P&L account as well as remaining being work in progress reserve. How much is that? As the level of completion is 2/3, definitely notional profit into 2/3 into cash received by work certification will be given. 3,16,000 into 2/3 into cash receipt being 150 or 15 lakhs, work certification being 20 lakhs. The final value here being 1,58,000 out of 316. And balance will be work in progress, so that is also 1,58,000. Surprisingly, both are same here. Now let's move on to the next illustration. Question number 8. This question requires more alertness to solve this. RST Construction Limited commenced a contract on 1/4/21. The total contract was for this much, 49,21,875. It was decided to estimate the total profit on the contract and take the credit of the profit and loss account. That proportion of estimated profit on cash basis which were completed bore to the total contract. So what formula you have to follow for transfer to P&L account? Estimated profit, the proportion on cash basis, cash received by work certification, which were completed bore to total contract, work completed bore to total contract price. This formula will be used here. So definitely here we have to follow estimated profit model. So unless you calculate the estimated profit, you cannot solve this illustration. We have been given the actual one and estimation. Based on the actual, you can find out the cost to date. This estimation can be used for further cost to complete. It's one of the interesting illustrations. Why? Actually, the same question was asked in CA examination, but one of our students missed the answer. Okay, because I asked him to get the question paper, means answer script, and verified the answer script, and I found the mistake. What's the mistake here? 1/4/21 to 31st March 2022. For the one full year, the actual cost is this one. 1/4/21 to 39/2022. What about this one? This is total cost, actual and further estimation both put together. But in the examination, they have simply changed this way: 1/4/22 to 39/22. That's how they have given and gave the difference only. You have to be double cautious whether it's going to be the further cost or total earlier cost and new cost both put together. You have to be double cautious here. So this is what about the estimated cost. Okay. So this includes the actual cost as well as additional cost also. Now, requirement: prepare contract account, determine the profit on the contract for the year. So let's first finish up the contract account. Contract account is based on what? Based on actual values. Actual values. Contract account. I want only this information. The plant is also available subject to depreciation. Yes. Now, material issued 7,76,250. Labor 5,17,500. Prepaid should be subtracted. Outstanding should be added. And what is the final value for the labor? 4,92,500. Plant purchased 4 lakhs. Plant is subject to an annual depreciation of 25% on written down value method. The contract is likely to complete it on this date. Okay, anyhow. In this, plant purchased 4 lakhs. Plant returned to store on this date, 39/2021. 39/2021. Okay. Then how will you calculate? Out of 4 lakhs, 1 lakh worth asset returned, 3 lakhs asset remains with the factory, with the project site. The project is for entire full year in that year. So this 4 lakhs will be eligible for full year's depreciation. This 1 lakh 25%, but this 1 lakh plant return on 39/21. 39/21 means 6 months only. 1/4/21 to 39/21 only 6 months. So you have to calculate for 6 months interest. Sorry, depreciation. For the first case, I think 75,000. For the second case, come on, 12,500. The total being 87,500. Total being 87,500. But in the book, we have followed the full value posting method. So plant purchased, value being 4 lakhs. In that, plant returned 1 lakh On that, 12,500 is subtracted. 87,500 is the value at the time of returning it. Plant return. Plant at site. Plant at site. 3 lakhs. The depreciation on this being 75,000 is subtracted. Today its value being 2,25,000. Is that okay? Or you can post only the depreciation. Both the way you can post, no problem here. Similarly, in case of expenses, 2,25,000. Add outstanding 25,000. Less prepaid 15,000. 2,35,000 will be the final value. This one also incorporated. Work in progress. Work certification 22,50,000. Work uncertification 25,000. Cash received. Cash received. Okay, bank. Value being 18,75,000. Clear? Now, we have the estimated cost also. We have the estimated cost. Okay. Find out the cost to date. Find out the cost to date. Cost to date is nothing but summary of this one. Yes. Contract price. Contract price of the project 49 lakhs 21,875. $875, 21,875 minus cost to date. Get me the cost to date. Is it 15 lakhs 8,750? 15 lakhs 8,750. Add all the four values and subtract these two. Is that okay? If you tally, then you will get the notional profit. There's material at site, something given. Yeah, finally material at site is also there. 82,500. I missed it. Material at site. 82,500. Now cross verify. ₹26 lakhs 70,000 rupees. Your notional profit being 3 lakhs 77,000. Sorry, 7 lakhs 66,000. Either you add and subtract, or from this value, if you subtract this one also, you'll get the same number. Cost to date being 15 lakhs 8,750. Estimated further cost. Further cost for completion. Okay. Further cost for completion. Tell me. Material. Material. Make it faster. Material issued being 12 lakhs 99,375. Material at site is 42,500. The difference between these two. Material issued 12 lakhs 99,375 minus material at site 42,500 minus material cost already incurred in the previous year. How much the material cost in the previous year? 7,76,250 minus 82,500 is the material cost of the previous year. Make it faster. Or I can go this model. This model also you'll get the answer. Opening stock plus issues here I'll make a slight correction. It is not 21, it's 22. 22. Okay. In the real examination question, it's totally different. It's 21. So you have to be double cautious. Make the correction here. It's corrected already, I think. Right. Okay. Okay. Old text is not correct. Okay then. So opening stock being in the site 82,500. Issue in this current year being 12 lakhs 99,375 minus closing stock at the site at the last being 42,500. Then we will be able to find out the material cost incurred in this current year. 13 lakhs 39,375. This is 13 lakhs 81,875. Here 13 lakhs 39,375. Work certification full, work uncertification no, cash receipt okay, everything is okay. I still need these items to be incorporated. Only these items. So I need space. That's why I'm reducing the sizes. Let's go for the labor and other expenses. Okay. Paid during the period. Add outstanding of the current year. Less advance of the current year. Less outstanding of the previous year, add advance of the previous year. For labor and for expenses. The labor outstanding of the previous year being 12,500. Advance in the previous year being 37,500. Advance payment is related to the current year. Outstanding of the previous year 25,000 for the expenses. Prepaid of the previous year 15,000 will be here. Now, in labor, payment being 6 lakhs 18,750. We don't have the prepaid of the current year, but we have the outstanding in the current year 5,750. And in case of expenses paid 3,75,000, outstanding of the current year being 10,000 rupees, we don't have the prepayment here. Now the total value being 6,24,500. Here 3,85,000. If I am able to subtract these two, 6 lakhs 12,000, 3,60,000. Add this back, 6 lakhs 49,500, 3,75,000. So labor and expenses. Labor being 6,49,500, expenses 3,75,000. So the remaining entire plant returned on this date 3 lakhs. Then for the plant 3 lakhs, this plant returned for this period end. Plant is eligible for 25% WDV method depreciation. So WDV, right? Be careful here. Now the WDV value of that asset being 2,25,000, on that 15% for 6 months you have to calculate. What is the value of the depreciation here? 28,125. So depreciation being 28,125. Then total cost being 25%. Okay. The total cost in this case being 23,92,000 should be subtracted from here to get the estimated profit. Okay. This is 39,750. 10,21,125 will be the estimated profit. How much of the estimated profit is transferable to the P&L account? Here the applicable formula as per the statement is this one. So, no estimated profit being 10,21,125. Cash received 18,75,000 divided by work certification being 22.5 into 22.5 divided by contract price being 49.1875. Then the amount transferable here being notional profit 7,66,250, transfer to P&L account 3,89,000. Balance will be work in progress reserve. 3,77,250. Hope now you'll be able to understand this one. That advanced problem number 6 you can try it yourself. Hope you'll be now able to understand the entire concepts. Okay.